You don't need a new life, you need new habits, starting with these. Daily honesty is about pausing, even briefly, to check in with yourself beyond the noise of expectations and obligations. It means asking asterisk, what do I truly need today, asterisk, not what others want from you, not what your to-do list demands, but what your mind, body, and heart are actually asking for. Maybe it's rest, connection, a challenge, or simply silence. Most of us have trained ourselves to override these needs in the name of productivity or people pleasing, but when you build the habit of honest self-reflection, you begin to make choices that are aligned with your real values. It's not about overhauling your entire life in one moment. It's about creating a space each day where you can stop performing and start listening. That space becomes your anchor. And from that anchor, you move through the world not just doing what's expected, but living in a way that feels grounded and intentional. Movement isn't just about fitness, it's a daily act of self-respect. When you move your body, you're sending a clear message to yourself. Asterisk, I matter. Asterisk, it could be a full workout, a morning stretch, or a walk around the block. What matters is the consistency, not the intensity. Physical movement has a way of shifting our mental state. It clears stagnant energy, reduces stress, and boosts our ability to focus. More than that, it creates momentum. When you follow through on moving your body, even when you don't feel like it, you build confidence, not from achieving a perfect body, but from proving to yourself that you can show up. That consistency becomes a form of trust in yourself. Over time, movement stops being a chore and becomes a daily reminder that you are worth taking care of. And that single habit starts to ripple into every other area of your life. Negative mental loops often begin subtly. A single doubtful thought, a small insecurity, a minor frustration. Left unchecked, they spiral into full-blown narratives that shape how we see ourselves and the world. The problem is, these loops feel automatic, but they're not inevitable. The moment you recognize you're caught in one, you have a choice: continue feeding it or interrupt it. That interruption can be simple: changing your environment, engaging your body, reaching out to someone, or shifting your focus. Each time you disrupt a negative loop, you're exercising emotional control. You're refusing to let your day be dictated by default thoughts, and that's powerful. Over time, this practice builds resilience. You stop fearing bad moods because you know they're not permanent. You become the observer, not the victim, of your mind. Emotional control isn't about suppression, it's about conscious direction, and that awareness is where true inner strength begins. Healthy boundaries are not walls to shut people out. They're guidelines that protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Without them, you become overwhelmed, constantly giving more than you have and feeling resentful or drained as a result. Boundaries help you communicate what's okay and what's not, both with others and with yourself. They allow you to say no without guilt, to step away without apology, and to prioritize yourself without feeling selfish. When you start honoring your own limits, you stop overextending just to be liked or accepted. You begin to attract relationships that respect you, not just benefit from you. Protecting your energy means you have more to give from a place of joy, not exhaustion. It's not about doing less, it's about choosing better. When your boundaries are clear and consistent, your peace becomes non-negotiable, and that peace is one of the greatest sources of long-term fulfillment. The way you speak to yourself shapes how you experience life. Self-talk isn't just background noise. It's the lens through which you see your worth, your progress, and your potential. If that voice is harsh, critical, or impatient, it becomes harder to feel confident or motivated. But when your inner voice is kind, curious, and forgiving, you create space to grow without fear. Kindness doesn't mean making excuses, it means giving yourself grace. Curiosity invites you to ask asterisk, why asterisk something happened instead of immediately judging yourself for it. Forgiveness allows you to move forward instead of staying stuck in regret. Most of us speak to ourselves in ways we'd never speak to someone we love. Shifting that habit takes awareness and daily intention, but it changes everything. Your self-talk becomes the emotional foundation you live on. When it's supportive instead of destructive, you feel safer being yourself, even when you're still figuring things out. How you end your day matters just as much as how you start it. Taking a few minutes for reflection creates a mental pause that helps you process what actually happened, rather than just letting the day blur into the next. It gives you a moment to acknowledge what you did well, what challenged you, and what you learned. Reflection isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention. It pulls you out of autopilot and reminds you that even in the most ordinary day, there was meaning. Pair that reflection with gratitude, and you train your mind to focus on what's working, not just what's missing. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's great. It's about noticing the good that often goes overlooked. This habit grounds you in presence. It teaches your brain to end the day with intention instead of anxiety. And that awareness begins to shift how you see yourself and your life.